Ladies and gentlemen, look to your left. On the roll right now is the C-130J Hercules from the Rhode Island Air National Guard. The C-130J is the Air Force's newest and most advanced tactical airlift platform. Today's aerial demonstration is being commanded and flown by Lieutenant Colonel Joe Frank Kerr, along with Captain Chris Williams, Captain Mike Fanning, and Master Sergeant Rich Varda. All four of these experienced crew members have served in Afghanistan and are veterans of Operations Enduring Freedom and Iraqi Freedom. The aircraft that you saw take off was built by the men and women of the Lockheed Martin Corporation back in 2006. Since the C-130 was first built over 50 years ago, this versatile and combat task-tested aircraft has been in continuous service to our military forces. As a matter of fact, the C-130's design is so good that it remains in production today, the longest production life of any aircraft in the history of aviation. Coming from your right, take a look. With a wingspan, Rhode 37 has a wingspan of 132 feet 6 inches. It off at just under 3,000 feet of runway, about a third of the distance required by most airliners. It's assigned to the 143rd Airlift Squadron right here at Quonset Air National Guard Base. It's 113 feet long. It stands 39 feet tall and weighs approximately 90,000 pounds. It's capable of operating at up to 164,000 pounds of weight. It's got 4 Rolls-Royce engines and the new Dowdy propellers on the Super Herc. These 6-bladed propellers help it be more efficient and power the aircraft to speeds of over 320 knots. That is 375 miles per hour at altitudes as high as 40,000 feet. That's nearly 8 miles high. Generations of soldiers, Marines, and airmen have counted on this versatile combat aircraft to accomplish a variety of missions in very austere and hostile environments. This aircraft is capable of carrying 78 combat troops and can airdrop 42,000 pounds of supplies and equipment. Airmen today are flying several variants of the C-130, supporting troops throughout air, land, and air drop operations. If you were here earlier, you heard me in a conversation with the F-16 demo pilot, Major Ryan Corrigan, talking about how the folks from the Rhode Island Air National Guard were able to support the F-16 Fighting Falcon and their demo team by airlifting the men and their materiel here. And they do that at air shows all over the country, supporting other units as part of the normal training that they do. Now, I want you to watch as you see the Hercules approach for a tactical approach and landing. The landing gear is down. The crew has their eye on the runway. As the aircraft touches down, the pilots will then reverse the pitch or angle of the blades of those 6-bladed Dowdy propellers to turn the force of thrust from pulling pulling it through the air to pushing against its motion of travel on the runway. They will do that, and this is about as loud as you will ever hear this. The short takeoff and landing capabilities of the C-130 remain unmatched, and governments and air forces from all over the world use the C-130 Hercules. The Marines use them, the Navy uses them, the Coast Guard uses them, and the Air Force, Air National Guard, and Reserves also use the C-130 Hercules. The Rhodes here at Rhode Island Air National Guard in the 143rd Airlift Squadron and the 143rd Airlift Wing are used